What is going on, YouTube land? I am Chris Catalunya. Before we get into this shoe review today, go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And we're hitting it really close to that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this YouTube channel. Thanks if you're subscribed already. If you're not, you definitely will want to, because once we hit 10K, I'm gonna give away a Supreme Floral Skateboard deck and a Supreme Super Soaker. So definitely subscribe to the channel and fight the algorithm. Also, this video would not be possible without the help from Kicking It ATX. Kicking It is Austin's premier sneaker boutique located in the Domain Shopping Center. Attaining the freshest gear from Nike, Adidas, Puma, and Vans, they're your one-stop shop for all things apparel and footwear. Check them out at kickingitatx.com. In hand, I have an early look at the Air Jordan 5 in that fire red colorway. Now, 2020 has been kind of weird with coronavirus, the COVID situation going on, leading a lot of sneaker companies to push their release dates back or even cancel them entirely. Now, some of you might have this pair in hand already, probably getting it today or received it yesterday, and that's because the SNKRS app, this was released early on there. Now, if you weren't able to cop a pair of the Fire Red 5s on the SNKRS app, do not worry, they will be releasing again on the SNKRS app on May 2nd, as well as your typical foot sites and your sneaker boutiques locally. Support your local sneaker boutiques, whether it be on Instagram or on their websites. kickingitatx.com. Now, if you aren't familiar with the Air Jordan 5 in the fire red colorway, this is actually based off the OG pair that was released in February 1990. Now, this was Tinker Hatfield's third Michael Jordan designed shoe, and he really wanted to take that World War II plane, the P-51 Mustang, and apply it to the shoe, which you can actually see donned right here at the midsole area. Another fun fact, Michael Jordan actually rocked these fire red 5s in 1990 versus the Orlando Magic, to which the Chicago Bulls were the visiting team. Now, in stating that, I don't know who dropped the ball here, whether it was the equipment manager, whether it was Michael Jordan, but someone forgot to bring the number 23 jersey, so when they showed up to Orlando, Michael Jordan actually had to rock the number 12, which was an extra kit that they had brought along. So officially, obviously, he rocked the 23, the 45, and the 12 for that one game. In comparing the 2020 Fire Red 5s versus the OG pair, there are vast differences. On the lateral side of the shoe, that 23 embroidery that is done up in red is absent on the 2020 pair. At the heel, the OG pair had the red Jumpman versus this one has the Nike Air logo right there. And then going towards the front of the shoe, this toe box or this bumper right here rides a little bit lower versus on the OG pair, it rides a little bit higher. The official release date for the Fire Red 5s is going to be May 2nd of 2020, and it's going to retail for the price point of $200 USD. Add your taxes and your VAT just based on where you reside. And it's kind of crazy because the 1990 model, it retailed for $125. Crazy. Concerning the resale market, looking at StockX and looking at Go, and again, this is before the shoe actually drops. The price might fluctuate when the drop happens. The shoe currently is going anywhere between $240 and $260, just dependent on the size that you need. My predictions after the drop, maybe 6 months or a year out, I don't think this is ever going to reach a point to where it breaks 300. I mean, the shoe has been retroed several times already. Upon making your purchase, this is the box that we are presented with: a black top with a red Jumpman in the middle. You have that cement print going all the way around with the black speckles sizing label. As you open the box, you get the black plastic right here, and you can see I've already taken the contents out of the box. Getting into the specifics of the shoe, the upper is mainly comprised of that synthetic white leather that is layered around the shoe in the different paneling going on, and the lateral and the medial sides of the shoe are pretty much identical. But the first thing you notice right off the bat is going to be this cutout right here featuring a TPU rubberized material that is clear, that enables you to see that sock liner that is done up in white, and this port right here gives the shoe a little bit more breathability. This is going to be a negative point against this shoe, and probably it's just me being super picky or whatnot, but we get into this bumper area which prevents fraying from the toe box area. This bumper seems kind of low on this particular model. On previous models, this bumper actually reaches a little bit higher, covering more toe area, but this, it just kind of bothers me. As we forget about that, we get into the heel area. Now featured on that synthetic white leather panel, we have that Nike Air logo right here embroidered in red onto the heel. And I like it, it looks pretty good. Again, previous models, that 1990 OG pair featured the red Jumpman right here. And I don't know which I prefer, I think they both look pretty good. Getting onto the lacing system of the shoe, as you can see on the lateral and the medial sides of the shoe, there are hella eyelets, and I guess that's good if you want some serious lockdown of the shoe, but I'm definitely never going to use these reserve pair of eyelets. Now, these eyelets are actually punched into both that synthetic leather and into TPU that is sewn onto that upper. And these TPU plates are done up in white and color. Now, the default set of laces that we are given with these shoes are of a white pair, but I immediately, when I got this pair, I switched them out. I pulled these black pair of laces from an old pair of Jordan 1s, and I just think these black pair of laces look so much better than the white ones. So no, there is no additional set of laces in the box. You actually have to grab these out from somewhere else. And I already know I'm going to get a lot of flack for not showing the white laces on the shoe, especially that's what the shoe came with. If you want the white pair, here it is, my Instagram. Check it out. Looks good, but not as good as these. As we get to the top of the lacing system, we have a lockdown right here that is clear and features a red push button unit. Behind those sets of laces is the padded tongue, and the top layer is actually done up in a synthetic leather material. Now, I'll have you know, a lot of people don't know this, but the Air Jordan 5 was the first shoe to incorporate 3M reflective material. Pretty crazy. And it looks pretty good when light is reflected upon it. At the top of the tongue, you'll see a debossed border of the Jumpman logo, and then the Jumpman that is actually embroidered in red onto the shoe itself. Now, the reverse side of the tongue, we have that woven label with the Air Jordan name that is featured upside down, which is typical of Jordan 5 models. Now, getting into the lining on the lateral, the medial, the heel, and the tongue of the shoe, it's done up in this fire red cotton material, and it looks pretty good and definitely won't get dirty so easily. Now, I love that it is heavily padded on the lateral, the medial sides of the shoe, providing a lot of cushioning towards your ankles. And if I didn't say it already, the collar area actually have these weird like moldings going on, just giving more characteristic to the shoe. I really like this on the exterior. Removing the insole, we have a black piece of fabric that is laid upon a thin piece of white foam. And then at the heel of the shoe, we have that Nike Air moniker going on. The midsole of the shoe can be identified by this black EVA foam that is going all the way around the base of the shoe. Now, referring back to Tinker Hatfield, what he had in mind when he designed the Air Jordan 5, again, this was the third shoe that he designed for the Jordan team, he had in mind that he wanted to create a shoe around the P-51 Mustang, which was an airplane, a fighter plane that was prominent during World War II. And you can see some of that design aspect from that front of the plane right here at the front of the shoe, sort of. If you look towards the heel, you'll see a window cut out for that Nike Air unit. Now, I'm not too sure if it's just a heel unit or a 3/4 unit. It's definitely not a full length unit, but this is to provide some impact resistance while walking in the shoe. It's Nike's proprietary technology, it's their bread and butter. As we move on to the outsole of the shoe, you'll see a lot of things going on. A lot of the shoe is made out of rubber components to enable durability and flexibility. So we have the black of the toe, the black of the midfoot, where we have the Nike branding in the middle. We have the clear gum soles at the forefoot and at the heel with the zigzag lines. Looks pretty good. And this clear enables that red Jumpman at the forefoot of the shoe to peer through. Looks pretty dope. Now let's talk about sizing. Normally I'm rocking a size 8.5 or a 9 US, 8.5 being my true to size, and that's what I went for in this particular model. I will say that it definitely fits true to size. In terms of comfort, I rate it moderate. It does have that Nike Air unit at the heel. It is employing that Nike Phylon EVA foam all around the midsole of the shoe. I have no real complaints about that. It doesn't provide anything in terms of like pronation support or anything like that. Again, this is a basketball shoe. If you have any types of foot problems, definitely employ your own third-party insole in this shoe. I have one that I use. It's a soft sole. Check the link in the description below. Overall, I really do enjoy this 2020 release of the Fire Red 5s. I really think that it looks good in person, and it just reminds me of a simpler time. Like Fire Red 5s and Candy Cane 14s, like those shoes just do it for me. Things that I don't like about the shoe, of course, I'm never gonna like that $200 price point. I was born in 1987. When these shoes released in 1990, they retailed for $125 USD. Of course, at the age of 3, I wasn't buying my own shoes, but several releases later, they retailed at $160. $200 is just kind of crazy to me. Going back to the front of the shoe, this bumper area, it's just super low. I don't like it. In previous models, it was a little bit higher. Come on, Jordan brand. It's synthetic leather. It's cheap. You can give us a centimeter more. I don't like that they didn't supply us with an extra set of laces. They only gave us that white pair in the box. I had to furnish my own set of laces. It's not a big deal, but $200, you could at least thrown in a black pair of laces. But overall, I do like the Fire Red 5s. They look legit. Alright guys, I think this is a good stopping point for this shoe. What do you think about the 2020 release of the Fire Red 5s? Is it a pickup? Is it a drop? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Go ahead and check out my Instagram, Chris.Catalunya with the underscore at the end. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. And again, we're hitting it really close to that 10,000 subscriber mark here on this channel. Thank you if you're subscribed. If you're not, please do fight the algorithm. Alright guys, I'm Chris Catalunya, and we will check you next time. Cheers! See you now.